What if one moment could silence an entire stadium and redefine a title race in seconds? What if a team under pressure could turn chaos into control and walk away with victory? This is exactly what unfolded last night in La Liga, as Atlético Madrid faced FC Barcelona, in a clash that was never just about 3 points, but about identity, mentality, and dominance. From the very first whistle, Atlético Madrid came out with fire in their eyes, pressing high, winning duels, and forcing Barcelona into uncomfortable positions. And then came the first explosion of the night, as Atlético struck the opening goal, sending the crowd into absolute eruption. A moment that felt like control had been seized, and Barcelona were being pushed into a corner. But here's where the story twists. Because great teams don't panic, they adapt. Barcelona slowed the game down, trusted their system, and began to rewrite the script, pass by pass, movement by movement, until just before halftime, they delivered the equalizer. A goal that didn't just level the score at 1-1, but completely shifted the emotional gravity of the match. And now the question became, could Atletico respond, or had the momentum already slipped away? The second half began like a chess match, every move calculated, every mistake costly. Atletico tried to reignite their early intensity, but Barcelona had already taken control of the tempo, dictating possession, and forcing Atletico deeper and deeper into their own half. The pressure kept building, the spaces kept opening, and the tension inside the stadium reached a breaking point. And then came the defining hook of the night, the moment that decides everything. In the dying stages, Barcelona found the breakthrough, a late winning goal that cut through Atletico's defense and stunned the crowd into silence. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up, Barcelona completed a comeback that was as much about mentality as it was about skill. The final whistle didn't just confirm a win, it confirmed a statement. A statement that FC Barcelona are built for pressure moments, while Atlético Madrid are left to wonder how a game they once controlled slipped through their fingers. And as the lights dimmed and the noise faded, one thing remained clear. In La Liga, nothing is ever decided until the very last second, and sometimes all it takes is one moment to change everything. On a dramatic night in La Liga, the clash between Atlético Madrid and FC Barcelona unfolded not merely as a football match, but as a gripping narrative of control, resistance, and late triumph. A story shaped by tactical discipline, emotional intensity, and moments that defined the rhythm of the game from the very first whistle, as Atlético Madrid entered the pitch with visible intent, their structure compact, their pressing aggressive, and their energy feeding off a passionate home crowd that demanded dominance. And it was this early urgency that allowed Atlético to seize control in the opening stages, as they disrupted Barcelona's passing lanes, forced turnovers in midfield, and translated that pressure into a crucial opening goal, a moment that electrified the stadium and reinforced Atlético's identity as a team built on resilience and calculated aggression, while Barcelona, momentarily shaken, chose composure over chaos, their players maintaining positional discipline and trusting the philosophy that has long defined the club, circulating possession with patience, gradually pulling Atlético out of shape, and beginning to carve spaces in areas that had initially been closed off. The midfield battle becoming the central theater of the contest, where Barcelona's technical precision began to outmaneuver Atlético's physical intensity. Each pass carrying intent, each movement designed to shift the balance inch by inch, until the breakthrough arrived just before halftime. A carefully constructed move that ended with the equalizer, restoring parity at 1-1, and symbolically shifting the psychological momentum of the game, as the whistle for halftime blew with both teams aware that the narrative had fundamentally changed. Atlético no longer fully in control, and Barcelona now firmly believing in their ability to dictate the outcome. The second half beginning with renewed tension, as Atlético attempted to reclaim their early dominance, pushing forward with urgency, but finding it increasingly difficult to break through Barcelona's organized structure, as the visitors tightened their defensive shape, while continuing to dominate possession, their confidence growing with each passing minute. The tempo of the game, now largely dictated by Barcelona, as they probed for weaknesses, switching play, accelerating in transition, and forcing Atlético into a more reactive stance. The crowd sensing the shift, and urging their team forward. Yet the precision of Barcelona's build-up made it clear that this was no longer a game of chaos, but one of control, where patience and timing would determine the outcome. Chances emerging at both ends, but Barcelona appearing more composed in the final third. Their decision-making sharper, their movements more synchronized. As the clock ticked down, the intensity reached its peak. Every tackle met with roars, every missed opportunity carrying weight, and every second bringing the match closer to its defining moment. Atlético holding on with determination, defending deep and looking for opportunities on the counterattack, while Barcelona continued to press, their structure intact. And then in the closing stages of the match, the decisive moment arrived. A sequence of play that encapsulated Barcelona's persistence and quality, as they broke through Atlético's defense to score the winning goal. A strike that silenced the home crowd and ignited celebration among the visiting players. A goal that not only changed the scoreline to 2-1, but also encapsulated the essence of the contest, where resilience met precision and patience overcame pressure. The final minutes playing out with heightened drama, as Atlético pushed desperately for an equalizer, committing players forward and leaving spaces at the back, while Barcelona managed the game with intelligence, controlling possession, slowing the tempo, and ensuring that their advantage remained intact until the final whistle confirmed their victory. A result that resonated beyond the 90 minutes, as it strengthened Barcelona's position in the league, and underscored their ability to perform under pressure in high-stakes encounters, while Atletico were left to reflect on a match that had started with promise, but ultimately slipped away due to the shifting dynamics of control and composure. The contrast between the two teams highlighting the fine margins that define elite football, where moments of brilliance and lapses in concentration can alter the course of a game. And as the stadium gradually emptied, the significance of the night lingered, a reminder of the enduring drama of football and the narratives that unfold within it, where every match is more than just a result. It is a story of ambition, strategy, emotion, and execution. And in this particular chapter, it was FC Barcelona who emerged as the authors of victory, crafting a performance defined by patience, intelligence, and decisive action, while Atlético Madrid were left with the echoes of what might have been, a contest that will be remembered not only for its scoreline, but for the way it captured the essence of competition at the highest level, where control must be earned, momentum can shift in an instant, and the outcome is never certain until the very end. A night that reinforced why La Liga continues to deliver some of the most compelling football narratives in the world, as two giants of the game collided and produced a spectacle defined by intensity, strategy, and a dramatic finish that will remain etched in the memory of those who witnessed it.